that happens, like, I've become so addicted to this platform to where there'd be days I'd wake up like 3 a.m. checking shit, you know? It's like not good for me.
All right.
Same way with Instagram. That's why I don't like to check it half the time. And looking back at old messages, I kind of feel bad, you know, because it's like there are days when you guys do help me, and I was a total asshole. I don't know. It's just I'm still thinking about it because with the way things are and that, and I'll be 18 by the time, well, the closest to October, November, and then you know.
Hmm.
And my issue is in that server is mainly it's not the fact that people like me. It's more to do with the fact that I don't know how to take a joke in that server and get along.
Well, how can you take a joke when everybody has the same condescending tone?
Exactly. It's like with
Like,
Ghidorah. It's like with him. Hey, look, I'm gonna say with Ghidorah, I know he with him it's a joke, and so is Smelly. That's why half the time I'm involved. With Shoplifter and everyone else, not including you, Jordan, but with everyone else, it's hard to understand. You know, it's like you either
I literally, okay, so train spotting. I literally got a fucking, I went to a random like fucking Vor Pornhub profile, and I showed it to everyone, and I said it was mine, and he actually believed it, and I said I was joking, and he said no, you're being serious, and that pissed me the hell off. And I hate to mention train spotting. I don't mean to like throw his name
with
out there.
Vagabond. I see no issue with Vagabond. The reason why he's a Senate is because he can be mature when he wants to, and he can be immature when he wants to. And to me, it's like I'm a mixture of both at the same time. Though it's
Yeah, but
with him, it's
it
like I don't
piss.
really have much of an issue with him. It's just there are days where he doesn't understand fully that there's a server full of teenagers and you're like the only grown man. When someone's trying to joke around, it can be taken out of context,
I,
including.
and just look at someone like Shoplifter or Denise. They'll say shit that they know that you're not. They're, I don't know. You feel like they're being serious. You get the
With
impression that.
Shoplifter, like I said, I don't have an issue with Shoplifter or Ghidorah, and I think they're pretty chill people in real life, but it's just with Shoplifter, he can be so much of a blatant a-hole half the time he doesn't even realize it. Like, even if it's coming across as jokingly, just because, like, okay, look, how would you feel if, like,
I
you
don't have
were
a
that
problem
role
with
and you,
Shoplifter. I'm not saying he's an asshole though. I'm just saying that sometimes it's hard to tell when some people are joking or not.
I don't know, it's more to do with the fact that he just, personally, I think the dude wants me banned out of that server. There's no
What are
ifs,
we
ands, or
gonna do
buts about
now
it. I
with
just
all those
think it's that
animatronics
way, and
noobs?
he probably won't rejoin until I leave for good, to be honest with you.
Don't worry, I highly doubt they will be that much of a
You know,
deal
you
for the
could
city.
just stay and not leave because there's
Well,
really
that's the
no.
thing,
If
though.
they
It's
are
like
eating
I
kids,
get
then
that
You'll
yes,
they're
they
like
will
an
be a
probably
active
big
join
deal.
account.
again anyways, though.
I know, and
Do you
I
have any
understand that
better
there's
ideas
inactive
on how to
accounts on
track
that
down
server who
robots
have been on
programmed to
there for
change
God
form?
knows how long, like Farmer Joe and that one femboy I keep forgetting the
How
name of.
about we ask after the
That
one
the,
who got us into
Then
this mess in the first
and
place by
then
putting a
there's me, of
curfew
course,
order
that
for
keeps
his
leaving and
tests?
rejoining, but reality, it doesn't really help anyone. In fact, it gets them more irritated.
Well, that would be nice if we could, but he went on the run, or at least that's what we think.
And even with you, Jordan, it's like
If my kid was dead, I
the
wouldn't
reason why
be
we let
going
you
on the
back then
run,
is
I can
because
say.
stuff was in the past, and some of us did genuinely miss you. We
you guys
decided,
did miss me.
bygones be bygone. Well, a very slim few of us missed you. Yes, it was the ones that were mainly active that missed you. But yes, you were missed.
I don't know. It's hard for me to believe some people have sympathy for me, especially women.
I
I feel like they have zero
Shoplifter, I'm
empathy.
sorry, I'm just gonna say it flat out. Shoplifter, he thinks he's being funny half the time, when in reality he doesn't realize that he's kind of coming across as an a-hole. Like even I'm the same way half the time. At least
Well,
I
the
actually
thing is,
admit it.
I feel like to be honest, when he's doing things, he feels like, I feel like he has a feeling of that he's above everyone,
Well, here's what I think,
and
and
like
and feel
everyone
free to
else is
comment on this.
dumb and he's smart. That's what I'm thinking,
I
because
feel
it
like when it
feels
comes
that
down to
way.
I feel like when it comes down to Sharplifter, I think that he actually has issues going on at his house, and when he's in the server, he has a way to take it out in other people, but he tries to do it in a joking manner. Like, like for instance, when, say for instance, you were talking about, like it was basically be like a game you've probably never heard of, like Mario Attack of the Titans or whatever. He'll start talking crap about it in hopes that you'll get pissed off at him, and then he'll try to pass it off as a joke.
Yeah, a lot of people. I don't know. Like, it's for me. Every time I think someone isn't joking, they are, and every time I think they are joking, I find out they actually they were they w- they weren't joking. Fuck. But what I'm saying is, I feel like I have some curse where everything I say is wrong and everything I think is wrong, and I have to purposely think everything is wrong for everything to go my way to go right.
But with me, I'm kind of the same way. It's like with everyone, including myself in the server, it's just I think the server is one of those mini servers that, like, when people are online, they're either pissed off at the world or they're just looking to have a good time. And you have, like, basically, you have two sides of the server, the ones that want to joke around and have fun, and then the ones that want to cause drama and try to pass it off like they were playing. You got two spectrums that, and one isn't more balanced than the other one, it can really cause a lot of damage. Like, with Shoplifter, like, with me leaving, that caused him to leave, probably for good. And the only reason he'll probably join back is if I permanently leave this. That brings balance to him. But to other people, when I leave, there might be at least one person, I'm just thinking upon the lines here, that might leave. Like say for instance, let's say Strauss comes back on, he sees me gone, and because I'm not in the server, he decides to leave, and then someone else sees him leave, and then they decide to leave, you know? Like, there can be that chain.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same way with Ghidorah. Like, if Ghidorah leaves, then Vagabond might leave, and someone else might leave, and you might. It's basically a whole chain.
Not really, because Ghidorah. I mean, Vagabond never actually really talks anymore, so.
Ghidorah, I like the dude, to be honest with you. I hope he's hearing this. I like the dude. Yes, I'm on the point to him where I can't tell if you're my friend or you're being nice to me out of pity, which either way I respect nonetheless. But at heart, I know he's a good person. The same thing with you and everyone else at the server.
Hold on, be right back.
So, Ghidorah, how have you been? Good to know.
Alright, I'm back. Well, you see, the fuck's sakes, I didn't mean to click that. Fuck.
Huh?
Okay, so my problem is that
Yes?
I don't have a problem with Shoplifter, but I get this feeling that every time he jokes about something, he's not joking. It's like a feminist. Every time she's called out for hating men or something, or saying that she wants to kill all men, she'll say, "Oh, I'm just joking," even though she actually wasn't. She's just saying it's just joking to get away with what she said. and I feel like
I have a
that's
friend of mine. I have a friend of mine actually in real life who does do that. Like they threaten to.
I know that
Uh,
I know that because I would also do that where I would if I said something stupid, like I wanted to shoot up the school and I was being serious, which I have been about serious about that before, I would just say I'm joking to get everyone off my back.
yeah, I had a friend of mine who did that actually. The reason why I don't really hang out with him is because when I was dating his sister, he made a death threat to me because I broke up with his sister because to me I didn't feel comfortable around. And he was trying to message
Let's
my other
find out if
friend,
you're on Santa's naughty
uh,
list, shall we?
and ever since then I haven't really been comfortable
Are you
around him.
Jews?
No.
That's good.
So
That's good.
he even like in school in
Are you
Jefferson when he was
faggots?
going there, he wrote a list of people he wanted to kill.
No?
And when the
That's
teacher
good.
found that out,
Good.
he almost
Santa
got
doesn't like
arrested
the
for it.
faggots.
And
Are you
I don't
race
know. That's the main
mixers?
reason why I don't hang out with him is because he says something like that and then tries to pass it off as I
No,
was
that's
only.
good. That's good. Are you furry people? Are you furry people?
No. No.
Santa also hates the furries. He wants to put them in a zoo. They get a
Hello?
zoo for Christmas.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I see it here. Here it is. Unfortunately, you have made Santa's naughty list, it appears.
Are you there, Jordan?
Your nick.
Yeah.
Okay. But in the same thing with Smelly, like I enjoy Smelly, and when he's on the server, I feel like he kind of brings a little bit of life to it. But at the same time, though, I feel like that he has some form of hatred to at least one of every member. Like,
I mean the thing is I think he acts different on the Fags and Bags compared. He's much more nicer on other servers. On that server, I'm pretty sure he's just putting on a character, like a joking character
you
that
know what?
hates everyone. It's just
You
I
know
don't think
what's
he's being
funny?
serious.
You know what Smelly has done for me actually? Like this is something that genuinely surprised me, but he told me that when I was actually going through a really tough time in my life, that he told me that I wish I was a nearby neighbor so that way I can visit and hang out with you from time to time. You know?
You know, I know during the time I was banned from the server and I literally I think I pretty much made a whole entire campaign towards Sid. And I honestly feel so bad for doing it after I came back and I saw all the shit that happened on the server and I just wish I never said all that shit.
Yeah,
Like I feel so bad that I would accuse him of making the alt accounts and it made me upset to be honest because I feel like I pretty much trashed him and then he comes to and we're friends again, but it's still in the past and you can see it and it just disturbs me.
um, like if I'm trying to find the message, he, with Smelly, I like the dude. If I was a visiting neighbor, I'd visit him from time to time, and, you know, I try to visit him and I try to say, hey man, what's up from time to time, but not too much. I know that him as a person, I'd have no doubt in my mind that he likes it. I just think that he just bottles a lot of things up. Like, I know that when I was being a complete a-hole to everyone in the server, I decided to apologize and I told him that I guess it took y'all being an a-hole to make me realize I was being an a-hole. And he says, sometimes that's how it works. And we've moved on from that.
Mhm.
And it's just one of those things, man. You know how the world works. And you know what Smelly actually told me that I do try to take to heart? And this was on on June 8th, and you know what he told me?
What?
I was having like a huge issue back then, and he said, "What are you talking about? Of course people would miss you. It isn't probably noticeable, but they would miss you. Focus on your strength and just please remember that bad thoughts are normal in your age. This is just a other side that is speaking." And he even told me that I can't say that I relate, that that would be a lie, but I did grow up the same as you. I had folks in my family, especially my dad. He would drink and would always verbally fight with my mother. My mother didn't know if I nor my brother would have a chance in life. It must have been so hard to live like you do in America. You feel trapped and sad and you don't know what to do. One day you will see a silver lining waiting for you. Your whole life isn't a course to be like this, but one day you will have a happy family living near that dream and probably work at the job you have been studying in school for. The problem will, of course, to still be there like my dad 16 years later, and nothing has changed. So I kept on focusing on other things in my life. He still calls me every other day, and there's a chance at 1 in 3 that he will probably be calling me drunk or lying. I just wish that I was a neighbor to you so I could help you. The only thing that I can do is just talk with you, which is a good. But I don't know if this helps me or not. Either way, if there's something bothering you, just write to me. If you need someone to talk to, call me. If you want help with anything, just contact me. I don't care what time it is, only if it's a time that I could somehow make your day better. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, I was going through a really tough time on that server in my personal life. And, I,
Yep.
um, and ever since then, I've kind of just been trying to take his advice to heart. And that's kind of also what helped me grow out of that phase, because at that also time I was dating someone who was really toxic. All right, thank you. But sorry about that. I was dating someone um that was really toxic to me. Remember that one girl I was dating when I first joined the server?
The, the pink-haired one.
Yeah, that bitch. Leaving her was the thing I could have done, but you know why I didn't do it?
Why?
Because I was the type of person to where that I wanted to keep giving her chance after chance after chance. But those chances soon became too much, and when I finally told her that enough was enough, she tried to worm her way back. I had to look the other side, and basically I was trying to save her from drowning, and she was trying to drag me under, so I had to cut the rope, and because after I left her, yeah, there was a tad bit of drama, but at the same time, though, leaving her was the best thing that actually happened in my life that caused it to turn around. Drama-wise, it didn't end, but other than that, things looked up. Because you also know why I've lost a lot of weight?
Because you haven't ate anything?
No, it's because of just the hard time I was going with, dating someone, all that depression building up, which is at a time period to where I was trapped, you know?
I see. That really sucks.
So that's why I say that Smelly as a person, he means well, you know? He tries his best to be a good friend. He even admitted saying there are times where I annoy him, but as a person, we all know each other in some way, shape, or form. Like how I annoy a shoplifter. I mean, as a person, I'm probably a pretty chill dude, but me on the internet, it's one of them things.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how else would you deal with all your anger and frustration throughout those years, you know? Especially when, because I understand that you have the same living situation. I understand that you try to go through your life one step at a time. And, like, what do you like to do that helps you? Like, I know you've been coding a video game, and with me, I like to code or draw. Oh, and Jordan.
Mhm.
Speaking of your game, would you? I have a question.
What?
I have an Instagram account that goes by the name of Scully Studios, and I was wondering if maybe when I search test it, I can make an announcement that you are the developer of this game and go check it out because you know I've helped out some, and I think it might give your name some form game of recognition.
Is that so?
Yeah, you can look it up on my page. It's Scully Studios. And if you even want to, I could do some cert testing for you when you're done, so I can make sure everything works. You tired?
I'm not tired. I slept the whole entire day. I'll be tired at 8 p.m. I mean a.m.
Wait, is your dev kit loading?
Yes.
Hey, Ghidorah, I have a question for you.
What?
So you know when I was in that server, when I was having a really tough time to where I showed photos of, you know, me, you know,
I think this
with
was
a knife.
before I joined the server. I don't recall this.
Okay, well, you know how much of a good person Smelly is? And this is
Yes.
also why I try to be wary of annoying him from time to time. There was a day in the server where I was actually going through a really heap of depression, didn't know what to do. And I I sent photos of me uh slitting my arm and stuff
Uh,
and that
well, yeah. If you're still doing that, though, don't do that.
I'm not. I've actually grown up a lot since then, and I realized that there are better things to do than just doing that, you
I'm
know?
depressed.
Yeah, and he told me this, and looking back on it, it really gives me hope that one day I will be a good person.
I
And
mean, it depends on what the definition of a good person is, because by some
ye-
definitions, you already are.
by some definitions, I still have a lot of maturity to get through, especially in that server. One thing I really
I
need
mean,
to
by
work
some
on is,
definitions, so doesn't everyone?
well, yeah, but one thing I just my s- he's told me on this day too, June 6th, that I can't say that I relate, that would be a lie. But I did grow up the same as you. I had folks in my family, especially my dad, that would drink and would always verbally fight with my mother. My mother didn't know if I nor my brother would have a chance in life. It must be hard to live like you do in America. You feel trapped and sad and you don't know what to do. One day you will see the silver lining waiting for you. Your whole life isn't of course going to be like this, but one day you will have a happy family living near the dream and probably work the job you have been studying in school for. The problems will of course still be there like my dad 16 years later and nothing has changed. Hold on, I lost my place. Okay, there we go. So I kept focusing on other things in my life. He still calls me every other day and there's a 1 in 3 chances that he will be calling me drunk or lying. I just wish I was a neighbor to you so I can help you. The only thing that I could do is just talk with you, which is kind of good. I don't know if that helps me or not, but either way, if there's something bothering you, just write to me. If you need something, call me. If you want help with anything, just contact me. I don't care what time of day it is. The only time if it's a time that I could somehow make your day a little better. And I told him that I was having bad thoughts again. I just felt like no one would miss me if something were to happen. And he told me something that, what are you talking about? Of course people would miss you. It isn't probably noticeable, but they would miss you. Focus on your strength and just please remember that the bad thoughts are normal in your age. This is just another side of you that is speaking.
Wait, that was Sid?
Yes, all from Sid.
Like, shit.
And that's why I think he's a good person, and that's why I try to hear him
Yeah, that's
out
like
when I,
motivational
you know,
speech and a half.
yeah, he's a good person, you know, and he tries to be, and I honestly think that this server is somewhat of a. I know jokingly we call this an empire and a republic, but I think at the same time, though, this empire/republic is just a way to release bad tensions and, things like that. Like with Shoplifter, for instance, you know how when he only came on, he would um be a complete and total asshole to everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Ghidorah?
Wait, what?
You notice?
Yeah, I was listening.
Okay, but yeah, you notice how when Shoplifter would come on, he would only be a complete and total a-hole to everyone?
Yeah.
Um, when was there a time he was actually nice to? Like, if I'm not wrong.
Shit. I
Yes.
don't know. Where he was like just nice to everyone.
He was nice to me in times, but over time he stopped being nice to
Being
me.
an ass.
Well, it was more in DMs, but he was just like, he says, "Oh, you're always depressed, and you always start drama," and like, he was just.
I can't say that I support Shoplifter for what he says, but at the same time, though, he's probably going through a tough time. Um, I know that way before Ghidorah joined the server, I left for the longest period of time because I got so fed up with him and all the other members that I told them the server is retarded and they can suck a fat one. And 6 months later, out of I think it was like half a year later, I joined back. The welcoming was warm. That was like the only other time he was nice to me. Literally the only other time. You can actually watch the history video. I think you weren't a part of this, Jordan, but there was a history video made where you can actually see those messages if you choose to do so.
Well, the thing is, the history video was a lie. It sucked. I'm just kidding, but the second one with me in it, he really misrepresented the whole entire election deal. And I knew they were plotting. I knew the whole time they were plotting to make it so I wouldn't win, even though I own my own Discord server. I don't see how I would cause any chaos. But I knew that they were going to rig it to make it so I wouldn't win.
I think it's only because me and you ran for it, but the best thing I can say is it's in the past, and the best thing we can do is move on from that. But if you watch the video above that, you can tell that um, at the time that in the server there was a, you know, because believe it or not, me and um, not oil tanks, but me and Pigeon, we were the first argument to ever happen in that server.
What about
Like that was
Positive?
the what?
You don't remember who Positive is?
That one bald-headed dude.
No, he's just a British child. He got banned.
Um, I remember there being a bald kid in the server. I remember that. If I can just scroll up, you talking about the one that would send selfies of himself every almost every other day?
What?
That one, that dude.
Hey, what's his name?
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. He would send selfies and stuff. I know he's in the second history video. I'm actually one of the original founding members of this server. I forgot I sent a picture of a naked goth chick for whatever reason. Oh, half these images. Why shoplifter? They make me hurt. Oh. Yeah, Jordan, this was when you were in the server, actually. August 19th, 2019.
I was in
Heather.
longer. Sid invited me. He started talking to me like back in December. That's the first time I heard him on voice chat in December last
Believe it
year.
or not, I actually know what his face looks like.
Nobody will trust me with knowing their face now. After what happened.
Believe it or not, if you actually scroll up, you can see his face. Do you know that one old dude he has in the Fez and the videos he likes to make?
Yeah?
That's actually him. Of course, he's not an old man, but
That's a lie.
you know.
No way. That's not
Well,
him.
it's him, you know. If he wants to use this selfie of himself in a video, I'd say go for it. I'm trying to scroll up as I know at the time there is a photo of him way at the far top. I see Paven, I see messages from Hugo. I know he was a made-up person, and I know he wasn't real, but just can't help but think, where the did it go? No?
I'm pretty sure Strass was just Ace's alt.
I've been thinking of that at times as well, believe it or not.
And I only started believing that because that's what his name was.
The other ace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Old memes. But yeah, me and oil tanks were, let me rephrase, me and shoplifter were the first argument server. Like, ever.
Oh, my PC's fucking out. Hold on.
I meant, you're lagging out for